Hi, Nicholas here. Today we're going to look at another simple song, Happy Together by the Turtles. Okay, so if you make your way to my website, so song analysis, this will be song analysis number 11, Happy Together. You can just click here. Now what we're going to do today is we're going to go through the process of, if you can see here, I haven't put the intervals in, so we're going to go through the process of listening and putting the intervals in. All right. So what I'll do is I'll put the volume down here first. That's a bit better. I'll go to my edit page here. And so I've already got up here selected the chords and lyrics. Okay. So I have the song here. So first thing you want to do though now is just click on the link here and go to the song and play it. I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright issues. I'm not sure if this has got any issues, but anyway, have a listen. The verses are the same, and the chorus is the same. So it's going to be it's pretty straightforward. All right, so the first thing to note is the key signature. It's in the key of A. I've got this page sort of widened for this edit mode. But you can sort of see it over here. There we go, key of A. So you can see my mouse moving, key of A, all right, so what's the key of A? If you're not familiar with the key of A, you can apply the rule, the tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Start on A. That's better. All right, so you can start on A and just root note. That's the root note. You can go tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. The key of A, you've got one thing you want to remember, it's got three sharps, all right? C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. You want to remember that, right? And if we're sharpening notes, right, we're on the right side of the circle fifths, we don't play the note on the left, right? So we're not playing the C, we play C sharp. Not playing F, F sharp, we're playing G, G sharp, okay? So there's our key. Now, we're only going through how many chords here. In that key, there's only one chord that comes out of key, which is the C sharp. So we've got F sharp minor, E, and D. Right? So you can as an exercise, you can just run through all the chords, right, as an extra exercise to get familiar with the key signature. But today, we're just going to start looking at this song and going through the process of when we first learn a song, how we analyze it. So we listen to the melody and we want to write down the melody, the intervals in terms of intervals. Now we do this a few times actually, to develop our ear. And by working it out and writing it down, it helps our ear develop. Now, I'm not going to be playing the song, but I have the song in my head, so I know what the song is. So I can just, what you would do is listen to the song and then work out the melody. But the first thing we want to do is just have a look at the chords, right? Right, here's the first chord. Right, that's just F sharp minor. Okay, there's a minor, there's a fifth. Right, remember the fifth rule? That's a minor and that's a major. There's the major, we're on the minor, right? Just to get familiar with that first chord, just play the chord with the left hand. So the left hand I've got 1 and 5, right? I usually just do 1, 5 and back to 1. Right? That's sort of like a staple you can do with your left hand. And you've got the third in there you can apply as well. You can put it up here. Thirds when played low, they're a bit muddy, right? Now, remember, when we're improvising, you can lift off a finger on the left hand and have a new bass note. You don't have to have that F sharp as the bass note. In this song, we will be using the chord root notes as the bass notes. But remember, if you just lift off a finger, you now have a slash chord. So you've got the note A at the bass, right? F sharp minor with A at the bass, slash A over A. And you can lift up the A, you could have C sharp at the bass. It's almost implying another chord, right? But it's the same chord, it's just a different bass note. anyway, we're going to keep F sharp as the bass note. So there's the first. So you just want to get familiar with the chord. I'm not pressing any other intervals. I'm just pressing the chord at this stage. And just rolling up and down just to get used to that F sharp minor on the piano. And so the first thing you want to do, you want to scan the keyboard. You want to memorize the notes, right? F sharp, A and C sharp, right? And you can start with the fifth and just playing the fifth. And then, the fifth. And then you could add in the A to make it the minor. And that will give it the minor character. Right? Next chord is the E, which is a major chord. Yeah? That would be an E minor, right? Now remember the fifth rule, just place your fifth down. There's your major, third. That gives it the character of the chord. The third gives it the character. Right, there's your third. But we're just going to be playing notes just to get familiar with the actual chord. Just play notes of that chord. It's only it's a triplet, right? Basic lip triplet. Now you can lift up, play it in any way you want. You can lift up notes at the bass, right? You just want to get familiar with the chord E. Right? And then we're going to do the same with the chord D. Right? So we got the D and we got the A. So the F sharp is the major third. Right? So we've got a minor chord and two major chords. Right? And there's D. Now with the C sharp, right, normally it would be a C sharp minor because the key of A has the minor. It's got the E there, which would be a minor. But it's a major. So it comes out of key. And where does it come out of the key? On the third chord, 1, 2, 3. So to highlight where it comes out of key, what we write in here is the third chord. Right, we write chords in Roman numerals. We write intervals in just the numbers, melody intervals. So it's normally a minor. We're not using little i's, right? You should know that's a minor third, the third. But we're changing the character to an M. And what we do is we just highlight that. What I do is I put it in blue and I put italics. It's just to highlight the fact that that's the only chord that comes out of key. And we also know where it comes out of key, right? At a 3M. And that's useful information because it's very common in songs, that 3M, right? It's the harmonic minor, right? You can get into more theory and you can understand why it's the harmonic. It verges on a harmonic minor. This song, you could consider it being in a minor key, right? C sharp. So it's in key of A. You might consider it F sharp minor, right? But I put it in the key. I always never put minor keys, always major keys. And so it is an Aeolian mode. So you could put in Aeolian because it starts on F sharp minor. That doesn't make it Aeolian, but it's got an Aeolian feel to it. And that sort of gives it away as harmonic minor, that F sharp. Anyway, let's work out the melody now of the song. Now this is a process you can do in say 10 songs, 10 or 11 songs, and you'll start to get really good at listening for melodies. So you need to play the melody, just a line at a time, and try to work it out on the piano, right? So with this song, imagine me and you. I do. All right, so we'll start with that, right? So imagine. So it's 1, 1. So it's the root note, right? 1, 1, 2. So what we're going to do is under here we're going to write down imagine, 3 syllables. Imagine 1, 1, and I'll just put a 2. The 2 should be under the G, but I don't want to squash the letters together. Me and you. So imagine me and you. 3, 2, 3. So that's a rocking. That's quite common. Me and you. Me and you. So 3, 2, 3. Me and you. I do. And it's just 2, 3. So quite straightforward. We're only 1, 2, 3 of the chord, right? The second and the minor third. And it is a minor third, so we're going to put a -3 there. Okay? -3 there. I'll just move. I like to line. I've sort of got a system here where I just line it up like that. All right. So I put the 3 under there with a little minus. So that's my little system. Okay. So now what we've written down the chord, right, and you've listened to it and you've worked it out, it sort of reinforces it in your ear. Eventually you'll become very good. You won't need to put these. You won't need to put these anymore. You can just use chords and lyrics, and you can work out the song and remember it quite quickly, right? Because once you have that melody in your head, once you start off the song, those fingers will find the notes. You want to get to that stage. But to get to that stage, this is what you need to do. This is the quickest way to be able to train your ear to pick up melodies, right? You're creating memory associations. You're creating so one of the memory associations is the intervals, right? So you're associating what you hear with the interval, right? So that's one of the, and that's a major memory association. So that's what we're doing here. All right, so let's look at we're still on E, right, for the next line. Sorry, we're still on F sharp minor for the next line. So how does that go, the next line? So it's imagine me and you, I do. Now with this one, we're F sharp minor. I think about you. So it's just running down. I think about you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pretty straightforward. I, 5, 4, think, -3. About you. Now we're back on E. So this E matches up with over here. But instead of a minor third, it's going to be a third. So day and night, it's only right. So it's 3, 2, 3 this time. 3, 2, which matches this. It's sort of in the same theme, right? It matches, but it's just on the major third, not the minor third. And you realize the pattern, the anchor pattern is this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So an anchor pattern is a common pattern that your ear recognizes in a song, which sort of makes it popular. You know, it helps make the song popular because it's reinforcing your memory. So day and night, it's only right. 3, 2, 1, 3. 3, 2, 1, 3. So so here, day and night, day and night, it's oh where are we? Day and night, it's only right. It's on day and night, it's only it's 1, 2, 3. Sorry, only is 1, 2, 3. Only right. Okay. So far what we have is imagine, that's a 1, 1, 2. Imagine me and you, I do. And this is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think about you day and night. 3, 2, 3. It's only, so that's a 2, 1, 2. That's a 2 there. Right? It's only right. That's a 3. Now again, it's 5, 4. Now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So here we got a 5. To think about you, and then we're on the D, right? So to think about you, to think about the girl you love. 3, 2, 3 again. So same up here, right? It's only and hold it. So it's going to be the same here. So we can copy and paste this here. The good thing about learning with intervals is it's the way we hear songs. And it's this. We don't have to learn different notes. Yeah, we just know the intervals are going to be repeated. So we know that it's just repeating over different chord. So we can recognize the melody of a song in terms of intervals. And if we have a pattern and we're repeating a pattern, it helps. It's what makes some songs popular is when they repeat patterns. When you have repeated notes, you don't necessarily hear you can hear it's the same pattern, right? You can sort of hear that, but you sort of don't make the mental connection that it is the same pattern. They're different notes. When you put the numbers down, you can see that it is exactly the same interval pattern, melodic interval series, right? Because it's the same numbers. So, girl you love and hold her tight. So what are we doing in the next bit? So happy to. So that's a 3-3. So happy. Now, what note is this one in terms of intervals? It's a -5, right? There's D. There's a fifth rule, right? That's the fifth rule, and we're just down here, right? Because G sharp is in the key of A, right? So the fourth chord has that -5 up there. So it's so happy. So where we're up to, we're going and D and think about the E and we're on E and think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy, so happy. It's just 3-3 -5. So I'll put it here. Happy. So happy to. And then again, it goes back to the 3 for the 2. And then together. Then it's the major third, which brings out that character of the chord. So it's a 3, but we're on the 3. So it was the 3 here was on over the D, right, which is up there, F sharp. The 3 now on the C sharp is down there. So we're just, it's a chromatic move, isn't it? It's a chromatic move from the D to the C sharp. Right, so every note's just moving down a semitone, right? It's a chromatic move. And chromatic moves will always sound good in songs, wherever. It doesn't matter what keys you're in and you're going to chromatic moves. It's one of the techniques to jump out of key. And in this case, it's doing it at a 3M, which keeps it in line with a melodic minor key, or the Aeolian mode of the key of A, in this case. All right, so that's the verse. Pretty straightforward, isn't it? So verse 2 is going to be the same. If I should call you up. Now, we got to say, well, all right, it is going to be the same, but does everything actually line up completely? Sometimes we put in a filler note. So what I first will do is, if I should call, it looks like it will call you up, invest a dime. So we've got more notes here, maybe. I do invest, so we've got more notes, I think. So it's going to be more. Let's have a look. If I should call you up, investor. So it's invest a dime. Call you up. Invest a dime. So that's 3, 2, 3. 3. Investor. So that's -3. That's just, so it's a rocking. Invest. -3. Back. Just try that. So F sharp minor. There's F sharp. If I should call you up, 3, -3, right? 2, -3. Put a -3 there. just bring that back. Make sure that it's all, we can bring this a bit up here. All right. If I should call you up, invest a dime. No, oh, the dime ends on 3. Investor. Oh, it's the opposite. So it's 2. 2 in vest a dime. Wait. If I should call you up in, oh, it goes to the 1. Jesus. Invest. Okay, that goes to the 1. Invest a dime. That's it. 2, 1, 2 to the -3, right? So that process there of just working it out, so you're listening to it, working it out, it really helps develop your ear to hear melodies because it's creating that extra memory association, right? And you're writing it down. You could write it down on paper too. You know, sometimes it's easier if you're at a piano and you've got it to this stage here, and you could print this out, and then you could just write it down. And by doing that a few times, you're really going to develop that ear to pick up that melody, right? So the melody we're hearing is in terms of a bass note. First, your hand will pick up, the hand will pick up when you're listening, will move to the melodic movement of what you're hearing. So go up and down to the melodic interval. So, you know, like you go down that road, you turn left, you go straight, turn right. It just naturally does that. You don't have to think about that. It's hard to remember that, but your brain remembers it and your hand knows how to move it, but it's hard to say, you know, to say it again. What you want to remember when we're trying to communicate is the harmonic interval series is what we're learning here. That's what these numbers are. And they're all in reference to a chord, right? I'm actually recording at the moment. So the next bit here, again, let's have a look. So again, so this again is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is the same as before. And you say you be, and you say you be. So again is up 5, and you. So it's still on minor third. You say you be. That's a 1, and then the long B. So we're on F sharp. And you say you belong to me. 3, 2, 3, which is going to be the same as the top. Belong to me. Belong to me. And ease my mind. 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. And again, this is going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're on the E. So imagine how so 5 E again, imagine is 4 syllables. Imagine how imagine how the world should be. 3, 2, 3. 3 world. 3 so very fine. 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. So very fine. So happy. So 3, 3 minus 5. So happy. Go back 1 there. Happy minus 5. So happy. 2 3 again. 2, which is the same up here, right? 2 together. Oh, we forgot the ether goes to the 1. So it goes ether, goes to the high 1, right? Up here. 3 goes to the 3 here, and the high 1, like that. C sharp there. All right, chorus. So, chorus now. Again, so we're separating this. All this will be on my website, right? You can so this is under chords, lyrics, and intervals. But the chords and lyrics, you can just work from there. And you can be nice. I should have printouts so you can get printouts, but you can get this song off, off here actually, and you can just write the numbers under them. I might eventually just put some spaces so you can do that yourself. Maybe you can print this out and do it. Anyway, let's get back to the chorus now. Oop, chords, lyrics. Open that up. Why is it doing that? Here we go. I'll move it up. So we've done. So we're up to here now. All right. Put a space under there. I can see me loving nobody but you. So I can see me. Right, so it's doing that. So what are we doing there? I can see me. So it's going to 1, 5, 3. So it's quite common melody pattern coming down. 1, 5, 3, me, 1. So it's starting high and just coming down. 1, 5, 3. So it's just coming down the chord, right? 1, 5, 3 is the chord, the triad. I can see me. Now we're on the minor. So where are we? I can see me. C sharp. Is that correct? Let's see. See me. No, I don't think that's right. What's the song doing? I have to have a quick listen to it. I wonder if I can listen without getting a copyright strike. Here. I can't see me loving nobody but. So that's right. What's it doing exactly here? Let's have a listen. I can't see me loving nobody but so it's loving nobody but. I think it's doing that there. So it's loving nobody but. So it's just starting on the. So it is minor, and it's starting on the 5th. No, starting on the minor 3rd. Loving nobody but. And then going up to the 2nd here. Body but. Let's have another little listen. Yeah. So that body but is a 2nd. So that's the process. We listen to it, and we're going to work it out, right? Body but. And that's the real development that happens when you hear it and you work it out with your fingers, listening and then going down and letting your fingers find it. And then you analyze it afterwards, what you've done. And you look down and go, oh, it's a 2. And that helps you remember it and make all those associations. So it's a body, but you. And it's just, that one's easy. That's just the 5 on the F sharp. For all my love. And it's a 5. So it's a 5 and a 5. Right, so the song skeleton helps you. So loving nobody but, that's it, yeah. Loving nobody but you for all my love. Okay, so now that we've worked it out with that, we can go back to the editing and we want to put all that in, right? So we start with, we've done the first bit. I can see me loving no. So -3, 5, loving no. And then what do we have here? It's a -7. It's going to the -7. Loving no, -7. So it's, bring it up here. And once you've written it down, you'll never forget it because you've actually written it down. Loving, so it goes to the 5. And then by writing the numbers down, you recognise common patterns too used in songs. Loving, no, to the, so to the -7, right? It's a tone down from the high octave there, right? Loving, then -7. No, I'll line that up there. Loving, no, body, but. So there's the 2, body, right? So that's the 2, it's a high 2. To the minor 3rd. Body, so it's 2, minor 3rd. Body, but, back to the 2 again. Is the 2. So it's a rocking there, right? On the 2. 2 on a minor is always that beautiful sad sound. But it's a happy melody, right? Nobody but, and that sort of gives that melody that little bit of sadness at that particular moment in time. Nobody but you. But back to happy, eh? Oh, my love. Okay, so what are we up to? So body but you. So 5. So it's 5. And we know this is going to be 5 too because we worked that out before, right? So we're going to put a 5 there. So then this is going to be you for all my 5. It's just 5, 5 for all my, and to the 6. 5, 5, 6. So it's going to be a 5, 5, and a 6. All right. So that's that bit, and this is going to be the same. It's going to be the same, we hope. It's going to be very close. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Oh, that's going to be. It looks like it's going to be the same. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my love. Yep, exactly the same. All right, that's it. I'm not going to do verse 3 because it's just going to be the same process. I'll finish it off and publish it on my website. Right, but that's the process, and I'll just publish that page right now, and then I'll finish it off and have it already there on the website for you. All right, that's the turtles. Happy together. I hope you got something out of that. If you have, give me a thumbs up. That's how I know that you actually, these things, you're learning something from these lessons. All right, and I'll catch you on the next song analysis. I think I'm going to just stick to a few song analysis just to catch up a few on those on the website. I'm in a new location now. I'm actually in Armidale, New South Wales, and I've been advertising and start to teach privately. So I'll just have just a few little casual private students, not too many, and then that's a good way to get feedback, and they have complete access to the website and as well, All right, that's it. Catch you next time.